How to make cedar incense. If you're curious about creating your own cedar incense, you're about to embark on a fascinating journey that combines nature, tradition, and a bit of creativity. Let's break it down step by step. First, you'll need some key ingredients. Cedar is the star of the show here, so you'll need cedar leaves or cedar needle powder. You can use either fresh cedar leaves or dry them out and grind them into a fine powder. Next, you'll need a binder to hold your incense together. There are several options you can use. One traditional method involves using tabanoki leaves, which have a natural sap that acts as a binder. Another option is to use marshmallow root powder, which is a common binder in many incense recipes. To prepare your incense, start by grinding your cedar leaves or needles into a fine powder. If you're using fresh leaves, dry them first to prevent any moisture from affecting the incense. You can dry them in the sun or in a low-heat oven. Once you have your cedar powder, mix it with your chosen binder. For example, if you're using marshmallow root powder, combine about 2 teaspoons of cedar powder with 1 teaspoon of marshmallow root powder. You can adjust the proportions based on the consistency you prefer. Now add a small amount of liquid to bind the mixture together. This could be water, but you can also use other liquids like tea or even a bit of honey. The key is to make the mixture just wet enough to hold together, but not so wet that it becomes too sticky. You want it to have a Play-Doh-like consistency. Knead the mixture until it's well combined and forms a cohesive dough. You can then shape this dough into cones, sticks, or even small balls. If you're making cones, make sure they have a flat base and a pointed tip so they can stand upright on their own. Allow your incense to dry completely. This can take a few days, depending on the humidity and the thickness of your incense shapes. Once they're dry, they're ready to use. To burn your homemade cedar incense, you can place it on an ignited charcoal surface or on a heat-proof surface like a flat stone. Make sure the area is well ventilated and keep an eye on the incense to ensure it doesn't burn too quickly or unevenly. In traditional methods, like the one used by Takeshi Baba and his wife Chiko in Japan, the cedar leaves and tabanoki leaves are pounded by a water wheel to create the incense powder. This method ensures minimal human intervention and uses the power of nature to produce the incense. Making your own cedar incense is not only a fun and rewarding process, but it also allows you to connect with nature and enjoy the aromatic benefits of cedar in a very personal way. So, get creative, get your hands dirty, and enjoy the process of crafting something truly unique and meaningful.